Hey, good morning, everybody. This is Frostbite. I'm going to just do this kind of little impromptu. I'm going to be doing a nickel search. I've got about 7 rolls here. Last night, I was able to come across a couple coins where we had some DDOs and DDRs. Put this under the scope real quick, and I'll show you. You can see the doubling there in cents, and you can see the doubling there in the bottom of Monticello. Another good one is this one, where you have the doubling there in Monticello, and again the doubling in cents. So I'm going to be going through a couple of these, and hopefully we can find something else. So anyway, hope everybody's having a good morning. If you don't already, get your coffee and get back, relax. It's kind of a nasty, rainy day here in Texas, so not a whole lot going on. I figured I would do this just to see kind of what was happening. Oh, check this out. What the heck? What a wonderful start. Isn't that nice? My first roll, my very first coin. That is insane. Wow. I hope this is a telling tale of what we're in for this morning. So let me put that under the scope. 1928, the data's pretty beat up. Outstanding. What a first coin to pull out of a roll. That is absolutely awesome. Well, cool. Hopefully there's something good that happens out of this. Set 7 rolls out. First coin you pull is a buffalo head, an Indian head. That's crazy. That is so cool. Cool. I think that's the first Indian I've ever found in a nickel search. That's pretty cool. 1995D. Again, what I'm looking for here primarily are just the double dies or items that are in really good shape. I'm primarily going to be focusing on the Monticello and the cents. I'll be looking at the Pluribus Unum, especially if we have older coins where I'll be looking at the B in Pluribus to see if it's Pluribus Unum instead of Pluribus Unum. There was a coin where there was a die break. So I'll be looking at those to see if there's anything. I've also got my nickel book, and so I've got some items that I need to fill here. So I'll be looking for these as well. Again, just kind of going to be looking through this stuff and see what we find. So, yeah, I can't believe the very first coin I find is a Indian head nickel. That is freaking amazing. The lighting on this is a little bit strong. I think I'm going to go up just a hair higher and see if that will be a little bit better. I think that's a little bit better. So I hope everybody had a good evening last night. Got to hop on a couple streams. I was able to get online with one of the local auctions and get a really nice MS65 1923 SP dollar for a really, really good price. So I'm looking forward to that coming in. That was kind of cool. I've been fairly fortunate lately with some of the items that I've been able to find, and the things being published. Was able to get a really good deal with the price drop on 23. Was able to get a couple buffalo rounds. Um, yeah, again, I'm just going through this, kind of looking to see if I can find, again, fillers from my book. And I still can't believe first coin out of the bats. It's just it boggles my mind. So I hopefully the rest of this kind of goes the same. Hey, Anna, I'm crazy. How are you? Your your package should arrive. If not today, then it should arrive tomorrow. Um, kind of been tracking that. I think it's in your general vicinity, so it should be there. I was hoping it'd be there earlier. I apologize for taking a little bit long. Um, yeah, doing well. I got a little bit of a lag here, I think, but just kind of going through. I've got a few rolls of nickels here, and I'm just kind of looking through some stuff. Um, not really finding it. I can't believe the very first coin out of the bat was an Indian head or a yeah Indian head or Buffalo nickel. It was just nuts. 2003 P. Nope, I don't need that one from the book. Plus this is pretty Henry. Um, so what are your plans for today? You got anything fun going on? It's we got pretty kind of nasty weather here today, so it's going to be spend most of the day indoors. Hopefully, it clears up. They're talking about it might clear up um, a little bit later, and again, just kind of sitting here doing the early morning, drink my coffee, go through a roll of coins. Everybody's kind of got their own plans for today, so it's going to be a nice, easy, quiet day. So again, what I'm looking for primarily, I'm looking for uh, any kind of doubling or anything in the FS. I'm looking for doubling in the Monticello or in cents. Yesterday, I was able to find a couple of them. Let's see if I can. So if you look at, and this one's in pretty bad shape, but if you look at the America, focus this up a little bit more, you can see that doubling all through the American in the purchase. You can see it down around the five. I having things in holders, but there's doubling all through the bottom of America, bottom of the club, or the hatchet. It's not a very good coin, but I was able to find a few things. So hopefully we can stumble across a couple other items today. Hey, Silver Addiction, I'm doing well, sir. How are you? Hope you're doing well. What do you got going on this morning? So I just showed Anna this first coin out of the shop. Hopefully that tells me something. Hopefully it's not the one and only find for today. Yeah, it was kind of a late night for me last night. Spent time doing a couple different auctions, just kind of monitoring, seeing what was going on, working on some of the videos. I've got, I just finished doing the video for Coin Crew. I think that's going to be really cool. Um, Working on doing the edits and stuff later on today, but I think that's going to be a really fun interview. Uh, they're him and Mrs. Winker are just absolutely amazing people. So I think it's going to be a lot of fun to kind of have people listen to what they have to say and listen to some of their histories and stuff. So did that, and then again, like I said, attended uh, Big Flips auction, popped into um, the auction for uh, oh, holy smokes. Hey, just stack it. What's going on? What are you doing this morning? Anything fun? You're going to be going through some coins this morning. If you want to pop on up for just a moment, let me know. I'll fire you the link over. Silver Addiction or Anna, you guys are more than welcome to kind of pop up and say hi if you want to as well. It's going to kind of just be lazy, just kind of look at some of these. I'm going through every coin. So if you're wondering what I'm doing, I've been stumbling across a bunch of errors that I didn't realize were there. So if you're wondering why I'm looking at every coin, that's why. I don't know enough about nickels yet to really be um, just kind of flipping through the coins looking for specific items. So I really kind of need to look at all of them. Plus, I think it's good habit to do a couple different things if you're going to be looking at stuff and you have time. Time is going to be the biggest factor. But there's two things or three things that everybody should do. One, you should look at all your coins, look for the varieties, look for the common things. Um, Everybody should have a scale handy, right? So if you see something, whoops, that's not a good thing to do with the camera. Have your scale handy because if for some reason you see something, technically you should weigh every coin. I'm not weighing every coin, but if I see something that's kind of weird or kind of off lamination, then I'm definitely going to be doing that. Um, like this one yesterday, uh, doesn't look like it has an outer layer. Not sure exactly what happened with it. And then a little closer examination, it's just rusted. Not sure how that occurs, but oxidation, I'm sure. So just stack it. Did you have any luck? I saw just part of your stream last night. I was over at Big Flips and I had popped into JB Auctions or JB Coin to check out and see what they had. I was having a problem with their stream, so I had to bail. Did you find anything good on your quarter search yesterday? Yeah, I need to get back into doing a few quarters and seeing if I can find some W's. One thing I really would like to find is the 2020 W. I'd like to see somebody who may have pulled it out of their container and didn't realize what it was and actually ended up throwing it back in here. So I'm very hopeful that I can find one of those one day. I think that would be really cool. But I've only got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more coins, 6 more nickels to fill my book. So hopefully I can find those either today or tomorrow while doing the searches. I was able to get a box yesterday, so I figured I'm going to take a break from pennies. I've got 4 more boxes of pennies, but I figured I'd take a break from that and come over to do nickels for a little while, just to shake it up a little bit. That's not a bad idea. Has he found stuff, or what I say he, has your 11-year-old found anything in the past? I think they're pretty good at looking for those items. I give it to my sons and daughters, and they look at it for about 10 minutes, and they're done. They're not interested in that at all. That's cool. Gives them something, especially when they can find a couple items. It's really cool for them to be able to go, "Hey, look at this! Look what I found!" Because then it kind of cements the interest. I mean, that's. I think that happens with all of us, right? We find something and then go, "Oh well," or even like gambling, right? The thought of finding something, and then all you have to do is hit something small, and you're like, "Oh yeah, this machine's hot." Um, what's his fa- or what's his favorite type of coin? Is it does he like the cents? Is it nickels? Are you doing all modern stuff? Do you do any of the old ancient stuff? And if you have time, and you're not doing too much, if you want to pop on up, let me know, and I'll send you the link, and you can just pop on in. We can chat. This is just going to be lay low, look through these, and again, I'm looking at every coin. The reason is I had looked through a couple sets of rolls, and I've set them aside. Was like, I'm not going to worry about it. I'm not finding anything. Just looking for dates. And after I went back through them, I found like 7 errors that I had skipped over. So I'm kind of looking at everything to see if I can find anything. Yeah, I like pennies. I don't know what it is about a penny. Um, I think it's the shiny copper. I get so familiar with the nickels. I enjoy dimes. I like looking at a really nice clean dime, but I hate searching them. As I've gotten older and my eyes have gotten worse, it's just really difficult for me to do. Even with a coin scope, because I end up with my fingers, so I have to really manage it. I just don't really enjoy. Plus, all the dimes I've ever searched, I've never found really anything of importance or value. Um, Whereas I have found, the 1922D in pennies. Um, I found a 1860 Indian head, I think, which is one of the items I needed for my typeset book. Yeah, I mean, it's just, and I mean, pennies can be that way after a while as well. Um, but I just don't have luck, and it might be because I just don't search them very often. Um, you have to search something quite a bit in order to be able to find something. So I think a lot of it is that I don't search enough. But man, they're just too small. Um, not a huge fan of it. Check these ones. So one thing you'll see me whenever I see a 2011, I'll go back over the coin again because there's a known double die in Monticello, um, within the cello, and then it's pretty evident in cents. Um, so anytime I see that one, I'll look over it really carefully and make sure that I'm not missing something. That one doesn't have anything to it, but this is one of the few. And again, I'm looking through every coin simply because I don't know nickels well enough uh, to be able to just say, "Oh no, there's nothing on this one. Oh, there's nothing on this one." You know, silver addiction. When I was going through college, I was working 2 jobs, And one of them was I was an assistant manager at a convenience store. And almost every silver dime that I have came from people paying for it. Most of the silver quarters that I have, I got from working at a convenience store. And so I kind of miss that. It's just, there was so much opportunity. I mean, silver certificates, red seals, red seal $2 bills. I think I probably found 4 or 5 of those. Um, I've gotten some stuff in change. Okay, so goal number 1, the only thing of value, I mean, this is pretty cool. Still, the only thing of interest that was in this roll was the very first coin out of that, which was the Buffalo cent. So, or the Buffalo head nickel. The, oh, let's try this again. The Buffalo nickel. But yeah, I just, I don't know. I just haven't really found that much uh, since I stopped working in that field. Um, Now, granted, I mean, I make a lot more money now doing what I do, but I still miss um, working in that environment and getting, old silver dollars and things of that nature. Uh, and where we pay for credit cards for everything anymore, uh, you just see change very often. I try to always carry a few dollars with me, so if I'm going to buy, you know, a water or some sort of drink or something, I try to pay in cash so I can at least get a little bit of change back just to look. Hopefully they don't have something, but you just don't find it as much anymore unless you kind of work in that field. Um, I keep joking with my wife that if I get a part-time job, I'm gonna go work as a bank teller because they see stuff. They don't see it near as much because of the coin stars. The coin stars are um, kind of taking away tellers' ability to get stuff like that. My first silver dime, I found in my change. Yeah, that see. So the first coin that I found that was really cool was um, somebody's prank with the 1943 steelhead penny. Somebody had dipped it in copper, and I I freaked out. I was at work. We were looking at coins, and it was late. I was taking 24 semester credit hours in school. So I was taking 3 to 5 classes a day, um, three days a week, and just looked at this and I was like, oh my god, I'm set. This is so cool, and knew enough to go and find a magnet, and when it stuck to it, I was crushed. Um, so that was kind of my first quote unquote significant find within working at a convenience store and being in that kind of environment. And then afterwards, I would find again a lot of silver certificates and you know a couple cool star notes and the radio note. What do we call that? What is the note that goes the repeater note? Where it was 1505 or something like that, which was really cool. I still have a bunch of those. Oh yeah, I uh, I was I was so freaking out when I saw that because I didn't know at the time. Again, I was a budding coin hobbyist, knew absolutely nothing about some of the things I should be looking for. I knew what the silver coins were, right? I had kind of been around my grandfather and stuff long enough to know that there are certain coins and things that you're going to want to be looking for. I knew what Morgan's peace dollars were. I knew some of the key items. I knew the cents, and so I knew I needed to look for um, Indian head cents. I knew I needed to look for bird scents and things like that. I needed the Morgan and Peace dollars, the Ike dollars, Walkers, Franklins. So I knew kind of what the coins were. But my granddad, he was in the military, and he had a couple 1943 steel cents, and he had really showed them. And he had always told me, if you ever find one that's not steel, you're set. And so I was freaking out, and I was like, "Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god!" And then it stuck to the magnet, and I was crushed. Um, and then I learned how uh, diabolical people can be when it comes to this hobby. And then I started learning about counterfeiting and um, how people counterfeit, and things like the Henning nickel and what people used to do. And I've always been fascinated by it, trying to identify what it is that um, uh, why do people do this? Um, the Henning nickel was always something really interesting to me because who in their right mind counterfeits a nickel, right? I mean, seriously. But anyway, let's see. Driving concrete trucks, sometimes customers paying cash, so I always hunt bills and swap out store and serial numbers. Yeah, if you work in an environment where you're handling money on a day to day, that's a good place to be, right? Because I mean, it's right there; it's in front of you. I had a good friend of mine years ago. I used to work for one of the bottling companies for a soda company, and when we would go to, clear vending machines, or we would go to, stock major grocery stores or things of that nature, we would always empty the vending machines with their security team, and we would pull out, all the bills from the vending machines. And I got in pretty close with one of the security and billing folks at a Walmart, and they would allow me to go through all of these and try to find things like star notes and stuff like that. I found like one or two silver certificates, which is really cool. I found a couple of star notes, but I would do the same thing. I would just buy it out from them, and they were like, "Oh, this is cool. Yeah, we're not really interested in this." Man, those stairs are very nice. There's no dings or anything on those stairs. I'm going to keep this coin just because of how nice the stairs are. I think that'll come. Normally, you see dings or anything in at least one of the rows. And for that coin being 2 years old already and having no dings on the stairs, I'm going to set that aside. So, does anybody have any fun plans for today? We got kind of nasty, gloomy weather where we have intermittent rain and stuff, but so it's going to kind of be just a stay-at-home, quiet day for us. Don't really plan on doing a whole lot. Maybe make some spicy chili later on today. Hey, Coin Junkie, what's up, man? How are you? Hey, thanks for stopping in. We are just looking at some nickels. And again, I've told everybody I'm looking at every one just because I don't know enough about nickels to know which ones to search through. And so I'm looking to see if I come across anything that is out of the ordinary. One of the primary things I'm looking for with the older coins is the B. Some of the dies on a couple of the years got worn down, so that B shifted over and it caused a die break. So it looks like a D instead of a B. It's actually open in the center. So it says E pluribus instead of E pluribus unum. Um, yeah, well, you want to know what's cool? This one, the very first coin I opened up, the very first roll of today. I was like, man, I hope that's a really good sign. Like to find more. Oh, look, it's a mint error. Uh, man, I was watching a video of this lady talking about mint errors, and she pulled up a coin that had been road trash. And she was talking about, oh, I laughed so hard. I was like, oh, it's like, come on, folks. You can't tell the difference. That's horrible. So, what's on your agenda for today, Coin Junkie? Nah, yeah, no good. Yeah, no good. You got any fun plans today? Yeah, like we got some pretty ugly weather, so we're just kind of going to be laying low. And wife went to the gym. Kids were up late, so they're probably still in bed. I figured I'm going to take a quiet morning, drink my coffee, and pull up some nickels and see if I can't find something. So I got 5 people on. Can you do me a favor? Can you guys throw in chat just to say hi, so let me know who's here, so that we can kind of keep that chat flowing. If you haven't already done so, please hit that like button. It really does help. I know these live streams, only a few people pop in here and there, so any little bit helps. 2013P. Do I need that one? I do need that one. That side. All right, so nothing in that row. That row was a total flop. Hey, Annette, how are you? Good to see you. You utilizing that coin scope? You finding anything cool with it? Oh man, look at this. That's a beauty. Oh, it'd be really cool is if there was a big error on it or something, or if it was a penny on a nickel planchet, right? All right. Well, thank you for that. And let's check out this one. That is. Oh man, that's terrible. So we got Coin Junkie, we got Silver Addiction, we got Annette, and we got Just Stack It. Thank you all for popping in, visiting with me today. I do appreciate it. Um, Again, I appreciate you guys. It's really nice to see you guys supporting the channel and supporting me and hanging out with me on this kind of gloomy Saturday morning. Did so I know I talked to. That's awesome, Annette. I'm really glad. I'm glad I was able to spark that interest for you. You're going to find something, and when you do, you're going to want the next level, and then you're going to find something nicer with that one, and then you're going to want the next level, and then you're going to have to change your name to um, Annette the Addict. It's a lot of fun. I mean, you know what I like, and again, Coin Junkie, if you want to come up, visit, hang out for a few minutes, chit chat, let me know. I'll throw you the link out there. Matter of fact, I'm just going to go ahead and do that. If anybody's out, wants to come on up, if you want to come up and chat, go ahead and click on that link, come up and visit and chit chat a little bit. Bought the mats from RT for the kid. That's cool. Yeah, like I said, my kids, they're really not that interested in it. Now, my daughter, so one other thing that I collect, and maybe I'll have to do an episode on this, is I collect. I think so. The reason I'm called collectibles is that I also collect gemstones and I also collect artwork. Um, Nothing fancy. I don't have any uh, crazy originals or anything of that nature. I don't have that kind of cash flow. Um, but I do have a few limited editions. And years ago, I used to work for an artist, and so one thing that I was able to do while I was working for him was to collect pieces um, as part of my compensation for pay. So always fascinated by things like the Royal Canadian Mounted Police. Even though I'm a U.S. boy, uh, I still enjoyed uh, the mystery and the kind of mystique and the power and the prowess over those guys because the territories that they covered were so vast, and it was basically just them in the wilderness, right? So they would get to know the fur traders, and they would get to know various people. And again, I'm going to keep that one because those steps are gorgeous. Anytime I see steps on a 3 or 4 year old coin where you can see all 6 steps, I set it aside. I know people sometimes think it's a waste, but the old coins that we have that are in really nice shape, it's because somebody did that, right? So I don't keep every one of them. Like this coin's kind of beat up a little bit, but I do keep the majority of them just so that I can have them for future references. But anyway, back to the Canadian police. I've always been fascinated that they would, you know, do the coasts and look for fugitives and, work with the trappers and the trackers and, uh, sled dog teams and things of that nature to kind of, keep that Canada safe, right? So, uh, one of the artists that I used to work with, I've worked with two over the years. But one of the artists I used to work with was named Arnold Freeberg. If you don't know who Arnold Freeberg is, Arnold Freeberg painted the picture of George Washington kneeling by his horse in prayer. I'll pull it up here. Whoops, pull it up here in just a second. Um, and so I'm going to share this real quick, and I'll show you. Uh, I worked for the artist that painted this. It's called the Prayer Valley Forge. It's George Washington kneeling by his horse in prayer. This actual piece is at the Smithsonian. I can't even tell you how much, between like $7 and $11 million of value. But I've actually got to see this when it was sitting in his living room. Um, and so he had a lot where he did the Royal Canadian Mounted Police. What's up, Coin Junkie?
How are you, good sir?
Good. Thanks for coming up.
Oh, welcome. Thank you for inviting me.
Yeah, no worries. But yeah, I worked with that artist for a while, so I got really uh, what's the word I'm looking for? Really interested in making sure that I collected his works, and so I have quite a few limited editions from him. And so I think what I'm going to have to do one day is kind of show some of my other collections. Uh, go to the bank and get my gemstones out of the safety deposit box and set up a special thing and talk about the other collectible piece of my interest. So what's on your schedule for today, Coin Junkie? What do you got going on?
Oh, just trying to get some lots ready for the Silver Cade Day. I come home from work, got in from doing a bit of work. That's really it. A little bit under the weather, but pull through. That's
You're
really it.
breaking up just a little bit. I couldn't hear the last part of that.
Oh, my apologies. A little weather, but hopefully I'll pull through everything stuffed up. But hopefully it won't get much worse.
Is it like chest or just a cold or?
It started off with a cold for the first 2 3 days, and then now it's moving to the chest a little bit. But and my throat, I'm starting to lose my voice a bit, but nothing major so far as symptoms. I'm not in a lot of pain. I'm not lethargic. Just like I said, the losing of the voice, little cough here and there, and congestion.
But you can smell everything okay, right? You smell and taste everything all right.
Yeah, so far so good.
That's a beautiful thing. There is a stomach bug and kind of a little virus going around right now,
Oh yeah,
um, different part of the country. So,
sure. Where in the
oh,
U.S. are you?
say again.
What part of the U.S. are you in?
64D. I am in Texas.
Oh, cool, cool, cool.
Yeah, I am in the state where no matter how hard you try to get it out, it's going to take you 12 hours. Unless you go down south and you escape by ocean.
Oh boy.
No, I enjoy it here. It's a nice place. The place that I live is it's a pretty big town, but it's not huge.
Sure.
But it's nice. I don't. I'm not a huge fan of Houston. I really enjoy Dallas.
Yeah.
Uh, there's just something about Houston that I don't care for. I don't mind going and visit it, but I could never live there. It's just crazy. Um, I'm outside of San Antonio, so that general region.
No, I
What
get.
about you? Where you at?
Well, I'm in Canada, and I'm from Ontario, but I get what you're meaning about moving from one state to the other. Because truthfully, I've always thought, could I handle living in the U.S.? It's so different than Canada. Right? I mean, even just the whole like being able to defend yourself with a firearm. That's such a big difference that I always thought to myself, could I get used to that? And I know it's, and now I'm talking to a Texan, so I know you guys are big on your
Let freedom ring, baby.
yeah,
Bang, bang.
yeah. You don't mess around down there, you might end up with an AR or something in the back of you.
I can neither confirm nor deny that you will find that at my presence.
And I'm not against guns. I'm a hunter myself. I love turkey hunting, deer hunting. I go out for pheasants and chuckers and stuff like that. But and I have a 12 gauge, so I mean I have, but never to defend myself, right? So that idea in itself is very foreign to me, I guess.
Yeah, I enjoy the bird hunting as well. I like hunting like sage grouse and pheasants. Uh,
Oh yeah, especially
yeah,
when you get to use dogs. Oh, I love sending the dogs out, and just watching
yeah.
them.
You know what's sad is I'm often torn. Hold on just a second. I lived in Caldwell, Texas. Oh, that's not a bad place either.
Yeah.
Silver Addiction was saying that he's lived in Texas. Silver Addiction, where are you at now? Um, but I also do photography. I really
Nice.
enjoy photography, and so I'm often torn when I go hunting because it's like, do I want to shoot the bird or do I want to shoot the bird?
No, I've been there. I've turned down a shot on a nice gobbler. You know what I mean? And I chose to enjoy the fact that I was able to call them in for 2 hours and then watch them strut for a bit, and that was like my I allowed to be my happiness for the hunt, and that's as far as I took it. But there's been other times I have nothing against eating wild turkey or any of the animals that I hunt down. I mean, I love
Yeah,
turkey, beef sausage, beef or deer steaks. I'll eat it all.
I've only done one turkey hunt. I have a hard time shooting the turkey. They're a magnificent bird.
Oh, gorgeous,
Uh,
gorgeous.
just like I won't, and I know people are like, well, how can you call yourself a hunter if you don't shoot a deer? I cannot bring myself to shoot a deer.
Yeah, that was
No,
hard. I'm not
I
like
just can't.
there's such a
Um,
big animal, and it's I don't take that lightly either. But the truth of the matter is, I'm gonna wait. I'm not there for fun, you know.
Well, I mean, now again, there's a difference between sport hunting and hunting for food,
Sure.
right? And so, if your intent is to put food on the table, I'm not against it at all.
Yeah.
Just like fishing, right? If you want to catch and release, fine. But if you want to keep it, you better be eating the damn thing,
Oh yeah. No.
right?
That's
Don't just catch it and kill it.
yeah,
That's crap. Do not
for
do that.
for
I
sure.
find out you're
Mm.
doing that, you and I are done.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
But if it's going to be to put food in your belly,
That's it.
or feed your family, then I am all for it.
Yeah. No, for sure.
So
It's funny. I was actually talking to my miss about something similar to this, about the whole like meat eater versus vegan idea, and it's funny how much life is lost just to produce vegetation like soybeans and stuff like that. The way they have to clear out animals that exist in the area so they don't eat the soybean, or what it takes for a plant to find its nutrition is through the decay of matter or other animals or other plant life. So this whole process of living and dying, and it works together in a very harmonious way. So even if you want to go vegan, you're still a part of this whole process that includes the death and process of living matter.
can you guys hear me?
Yeah, now I can.
I had some weird thing happen on my streams. I apologize. I
No,
kind of lost about half of what you said. I think I had
the gist of
some
it.
sort of internet connection issue. Can you repeat what you just said? Sorry about that.
Yeah, no worries. Yeah, no, I was talking about how me and the miss had a conversation about the idea of being a vegan or even a meat eater, and how regardless of which side you choose, in the whole life cycle of the way the world works in plants or animals, because plants can't live without the decay of animals and the death of animals, and therefore plants are technically meat eaters themselves, that they use the decay of other things to feed off of and then become themselves. Then you chop down and you kill the plants, or what it takes to create a farm that's dedicated to only producing organic or vegetables. They got to get rid of all the little wildlife that lives in that area because they don't want it going after the crops. Plus, the plants themselves just naturally, unless you're doing everything through chemicals, has a natural process that it uses itself. So either way, even if you're a vegan or a meat eater, you're still participating in this giant web of living, dying, and being processed.
So I got a question for you.
Yes, sir.
Do you like poking hornets' nests?
I don't, but it depends on what you're referring to. The actual animals, I would never do that. If you're talking about conversations that some people might not want to have, being truthful, I don't. I'm not really shy about talking about anything as long as it's the best or the most honest I can be. And I don't think.
No. I was just joking with you. The reason I say that is I have some friends that are they're not just vegan.
Uh-huh.
It's a religion. Um, like it's cultish, right? And so you're going to have people who do it for health reasons, outstanding, and you're going
Yep.
to have people do it because they want to do it as for their lifestyle. That's fine.
Yep.
But if you're going to be, uh, and I use religious loosely,
Yep.
if you're going to be religious about it, then be extremely educated about exactly what's happening for you to get what it is you're getting. And so
Yeah.
I have uh, I have a really good friend who's, I mean, staunch vegan,
Sure.
but they do aquaponics,
Uh-huh.
and so they raise all their own stuff because they
Sure.
will not take food that has been cleared from where it required an area to be cleared of, voles and mice and rats and all that other
Sure.
stuff, which make up the ecosystem.
Yep.
And they admit it's extremely hard lifestyle.
Oh yeah.
But again, they're fervent about it. Anxious stacker. All right, y'all. I got to give a call out to this dude.
Yeah, for sure.
Anxious stacker. You're at how long, dude? How long have you been off the stuff? So one thing, people who suffer with addiction, I'm really really cool when I hear these stories about people who stop using, whether it be drugs, alcohol, whether it's
Yeah.
whatever thing that they have. And this person has found coins and numismatics and stacking, and has turned their life around.
Awesome.
And I always give this dude huge freaking kudos,
Absolutely.
because anybody who has ever dealt with a situation like that knows it's the biggest and most difficult bear in life to
Uh-huh.
overcome. So, yeah, dude, I'm just, again, I told you, dude, I'm gonna share the love, because this is what community is about, and we need to celebrate life and victories with people. So, anxious stacker, again, dude, proud of you, brother. That's we're talking 4 years drug free. That's some amazing crap right there. Sorry, Coin Junkie, I didn't mean to do that, but
No, not at all. Hey, give credit where credit is due, and it's a great moment. They're very big moments in life, and it's always either for whatever.
hey, dude, you're breaking up a lot. I didn't understand anything you just said.
Yeah, it's the Canadian internet. No, it's all good, buddy. I mean, credit where credit is due. All the power to them.
So he's like, hey, I've been, I changed one diction for the other. But here's the thing. Number one, stacking gold and silver is going to be way healthier for you.
That's right.
It doesn't have near the negative side effects that drugs and alcohol do.
Yeah.
Number two, if you do it smartly, you're building wealth.
That's
So
right.
if you stack smartly and you put it away, you are now don't do it outside of your mean. Don't go into massive debt to stack. That's no good.
That's
That'll
counter.
cause you stress. That'll give you headaches. That'll cause you more anxiety, and actually put you in an area to where you're more prone to want to use the other, because you're trying to recover from the stress of being overly in debt. So really try to avoid that one. That's one thing that I have an addictive personality, where if I want something, I'll do what I need to get it. And it took me a lot of years, and I still make mistakes. I'm not perfect. Um, just ask my wife. But I've learned a lot of lessons, and I had to learn a lot of them the hard way. So again, being addicted to the collection of silver and gold,
Sure.
you're building wealth. And so,
Yep.
Again, do it smartly, right? If you're going to be, again, we talk about this. Yeah. Managing money is huge, right? Learn to understand what money is.
Yeah.
And if you're going to buy stuff like sneakers, and that's your thing, good for you, right? Okay, cool. Not a problem. If you like comic books, outstanding. That's cool. Not a problem. Because if you're a collector and that's what you're collecting for, and that's what you want to do, then by all means do it.
Yepers.
But if you're going to be stacking, if you're going to be doing something where you're putting money away and you're collecting it for an investment, don't go crazy with the overly nice stuff. Don't pay all those extra premiums. find good, solid investments. There's, I think it was Silver Seeker that showed the numbers. It actually showed the sheet of breakdown that said they have 50 of this round, they have 40 of this round. Here's the price, here's the cost of eagles, here's how much they pay for spot. If you were to turn around and sell them, here's the money. This is how it breaks down. And your generic rounds, like your generic Buffalo rounds that you can buy for $1.50, $2.50 over spot, are a far better investment than if you're going to be investing in, those eagles. Now premiums are coming down, so as premiums on those things start coming down, they become a more lucrative buy.
Yep.
Then if you want to stack them, That's cool, but you don't need to. One of the interviews that I talked with was a university stacker. Dr. Stacker said, if you look at my stack, it is not pretty. It's not the most bling bling. It's not the prettiest thing you have.
No.
But I got great return on my investment.
Sure.
And so it's important that you do that. Well, so here's the thing, Anxious, okay? So let's go to chat. I kind of ignored chat for just a moment. So let's get back to it. First off, anxiety. If anybody who watches this stream tells me they have no anxiety, they're lying. Right? It's just, what are you anxious about that changes?
Mm.
Everybody has their fear. Everybody has their concern. Now, it may not be anxiety attacks. Everybody has anxiety. But what is the most important factor in overcoming things of anxiety or overcoming things in self-doubt or things of that nature? And that is the community that you're engaged in, right? And so if you're seeking mental health or you're doing something like that, one of the first questions that they ask is, how is your community? Who is your community? Who is your engagement? And if you don't have one, then your risk of addiction, your risk of self-destruction increases greatly, right? And so one thing that I found, and I love this community, I came in because I wanted to have like minds talk about their hobby, talk about strategies, and talk about things like that.
Sure.
Right? I mean, you're on here. You're in Canada.
Yes, sir.
Right? Where else would I have met you?
Yeah, no, for sure. I definitely.
Right? Where else would I have met Annette? Annette, where are you from? Silver Addiction is from Minnesota. I always love it called Tiny Pop, Minnesota. So, I mean, we got people all over the country. I mean, we got 5 people online right now, right? But how would we have met each other, right? Just stack it. How in the world would I have met you if it wouldn't have been for coins? How would we have some of these great conversations? How would we talk about stacking our interests? And how would we talk? I mean, last night, right, on your live, we talked about parenting, for heaven's sakes, right? My daughter's older than his. And so we talk about, things to expect and what's going on. Where else would we have developed the opportunity to do that outside of maybe work?
Yeah.
We don't. And so what's important is making sure you have, 1940, just too soon, is making sure you have that connection. And that's what I like about this community. We come from all walks of life.
Sure.
All walks of life. We have doctors, lawyers, surgeons. We have truck drivers. We have homemakers. We have medical staff professionals. We have, you name it, right? And where else would we have the ability to connect if it wouldn't have been for this? So, going back to the anxious stackers talk about, having anxiety and stuff like that. Dude, we all do. You're not alone in that. We all have that same issue. We all struggle with that same problem. What matters is, what do you do to get through it? Now, again, clearing your addiction, right? Getting through that hard part of breaking yourself of the habit of alcohol and drugs is one of the greatest wins that I think anybody can overcome in life.
Oh yeah.
Right now, if my daughter heard me say that, she'd like, "You, but you told me I'm your greatest win." Um, but I'm talking about, if you have to overcome stuff, drugs and alcohol are no joke.
No.
And so to be able to overcome something like that, uh, it's huge. I mean, it really is huge. And so, I want to, again, I want to, when I find people in the community, and I want to hear people's stories. Anybody who watches the last few sets I've had on these interviews, I want to know who people are. I want to know what their story is. I want to be able to understand who am I talking with? Who am I chatting with? Who are these people? What struggles do they have in life? How do they get into the hobby? And one common theme through a lot of this is not all of us are rich. Some of us came from very, very, very rough childhoods.
Uh-huh.
Some of us have come from all sorts of stuff. But you know what? We're all here. We're
Yes,
all
sir.
together. We all have a common goal. We have a common entity. And, you know, I think it's amazing. SE Stacker, hey, thanks for coming in. Appreciate you. Good to see you here. It's awesome to see how this community works. And so I want to make sure that, again, if I hear of somebody that has that issue, if I hear of somebody that struggling with something like that and they've overcome that, I'm going to sing their high praise because it's no joke. It's a very difficult thing to overcome. Anxious, I don't know if you have the availability, but if you want to pop on up and say hi, you're more than welcome to swing on in. Again, it stands. SE, Annette, if one of you guys want to come up, just post in chat, let me know, and I'll fire the invitation over to you. You're more than welcome to come on up and chat. Again, this is just, we're going to be flipping through some coins and just chit-chatting and seeing how things are going. And I haven't found anything since the Buffalo, the very, very first coin. So hopefully we can find something else here in these next couple rolls. I'll probably pull out a couple more. Silver Addiction, yeah, this community is amazing. I've been doing YouTube for 2 months. It's amazing that it's only been 2 months. Damn, it feels like it's been a lot longer than that. Hey, no worry, Anxious. You're all good. There's other times. I'll have other streams. Thanks for coming in. Have a good day. Be safe and take care of yourself. But yeah, anyway, I love this. I mean, I got into this because I wanted that community.
Yeah.
And then I've had people that have very significant channels
Oh yeah.
who have come up and said, hey, you know what might help your channel is if you work on this.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what? That last thumbnail you did was really good. You should consider doing more like that.
Nice.
Hey, your content was really good, but man, I couldn't hear you, or
Yep.
you're really hollow.
Yep.
People will accept bad video quality, but man, you got to have good audio quality.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's been really cool to have people come in, and I'm still growing. I mean, I can't buy all the equipment at once.
Yeah.
That stuff is freaking expensive as hell. But getting little tips and strategies and hints and connecting with people like, Found It Buried and Panucci, he loves to do the games and stuff like that. Just Stack It, who's really good at just keeping people engaged with conversation, looking at the coin hunts, looking at some of our favorite auction houses and stuff that they do. And it's a lot of fun. And I just can't speak to how helpful they are. It's pretty freaking awesome. So what do you got going on today, Coin Junkie? You have anything on the plans? I know you said that you're feeling kind of under the weather.
Yeah, I'm just trying to get some lots together to see if I can sell some stuff over at Silver Keys. So that as we chit chat here, I'm just selecting what I think I'm gonna offer today and looking up prices. Making sure my whatever I'm gonna offer is within the realm of reason. So that's it for me. I might have to jump off shortly. I have lunch on the way, but aside from that, those are my plans so far.
Cool, Nick Molinar. Thanks for coming in, brother. How are you doing? Hope you're doing
Nick,
well.
what's going on, buddy? How are you?
Nick is another one of those people who is so extremely helpful.
Oh yeah.
Just general insight and stuff, and when it comes to things like moderating and stuff like that, Nick's a good dude. Hey, Nick, you want to come on up and visit and say hi for a little while? I'll fire the link off to you if you do. Here, matter of fact, let me just do this. You want to pop on up, click on the link, SC Stack. If you want to come on up, you can do that as well. Again, this is just low, quiet, whatever. Just looking at some things. Oh, you're showing that toonie I just got.
Oh, you got one already?
Huh?
You managed to get one.
Yeah, I just got the black one with the queen on it.
Nice. That's the one I'm showing.
Yeah, I was like, oh man, I need to get one of those. And I just got, so I was talking with, oh damn, is it who in the world? Another Canadian dude. Why am I going blank? Um, Sounds good, Nick. No worries. And we were talking about the Queen,
Uh-huh.
and it was like, well, being from the U.S., I mean, she's always been a part of the news, right?
Uh-huh.
We always see what's going on, but I've never had a monarch in the U.S., so we didn't look at it the same.
Sure.
But looking at uh, kind of some of the coins and realizing how long she was there, like how long she was in power, and all the stuff that happened during her tenure,
Yep.
it was like, I need to do a little bit of research on this lady.
That's like superwoman right there. She lived it. She did it. She stuck up for herself. She reigned for many, many years, and she represented a lot for women.
Yeah, I was very surprised as I started reading. I was like, I did not know this. And I don't consider myself to be an idiot. I'm not overly smart on a lot of things, especially in world views and stuff. I pretty much stay local. Um, but I was just like, man, this lady's been around forever. She's done and seen so much.
Yeah.
It's just absolutely crazy. And then, you think about uh, she has been included in things like the Olympics, right? Where they did that whole James Bond thing where they brought her in
Sure.
and did that with, I can't remember what that guy's name is, but um, and it's just, she was like mainstream, right? Like, I didn't realize how much she was involved in a lot of really, really good things. And so I find myself being attracted to the coinage. And so one thing I did buy is I pre-bought the 2 coin set of her last coin and King Charles first.
Frostbite. There's a message that is backstage as hacker or something like that.
Oh, yeah, sorry. I thought I clicked on it. It didn't come up. Apologize. I left him sitting in the back room. There's Nick. All right, now we got a party.
What's going
Hey
on?
everyone, good morning.
Hello, hello.
Morning. How are you?
Doing all right, y'all. Doing all right.
That's good.
So, what are you doing on this fine Saturday morning?
Watching silver. Watching silver stuff on YouTube.
Well, this ain't silver, but I'm glad you're here.
Yeah, no problem.
Here's some silver I can share. Hello, everybody.
Hey, Nick, what's going on, buddy?
I found that one last night. Coin
Nice.
roll hunting.
What is that? 80? No, 50%.
That's a
Sweet.
50%er.
Nice.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Free silver is always good silver.
6
Oh,
to
yeah.
8.
Not too shabby, buddy. Congrats.
Oh, a little dirty on the other side, but that's okay.
It's in good shape. It's good.
It's always nice finding silver in a coin
Yeah.
switch.
Oh, yeah.
That's cool. So, does anybody have any exciting plans for today?
Relaxing today for me.
Yeah.
Too cold outside to do anything else.
Sure.
Yeah, I have a live on my preparedness channel at 2:00. Other than that, really nothing planned.
Yeah, I'll talk-
Any major streams you guys got you're looking forward to watching today?
I'm not sure who's on today, actually. I just woke up like 20 minutes ago.
Well, Silver Keys will be starting in about half an hour if anybody's interested in selling or buying.
I got my coffee.
Yeah, I think I'll probably end this stream and pop on over and watch Silver Keys while I continue to go through some of these coins,
Awesome.
just to support them. I really want them to do a custom silver piece for me. I want to go get
Nice.
some silver bullion and send it over to them and have them.
Sure.
I want to send them a design because they do a lot of their sand stuff. So I want to see if I can't get them. What's it called? An Arctic fox, like a small little Arctic fox looking thing.
Well, that'd be cool.
Well, I want to do that because so you guys have seen my new logos.
Yeah.
And so
Yeah.
the logo, let me see if I can find, hold on.
Sorry, Frostbite, I'm going to cut you off there. I have to go for now, but I'll see you around. And thank you very much for inviting me up. Have a great day, everybody. Take care.
No worries. Thanks for being here. We appreciate you coming up. Have a good day.
You take care there.
Have a good one, buddy.
I hope
My
you're
wife
feeling
is
better.
still sleeping, Annette. She's still in bed. I wore my wife.
Yeah.
I had my wife on my stream last night, and she had a really good time.
Outstanding.
She's still sleeping.
So this is my backdrop that I have. And when we generated this is a silver fox.
That's nice.
And so it's the silver and gold.
Yeah.
Right. And so that's the kind of the silver fox with the gold tail to kind of tie to the stacking piece. And so I want to see if I can find some sort of silver fox looking kind of thing for this so that I can have them pour it, because I think that would just be a really, really cool personal piece to have.
It would be. That would be super sweet.
So I need to find the component and send it over to them, and then have them do that. Hey, what's going on, Anna? Have you been here the whole time, or did you just pop back in? She's been lurking. Silver Addiction. What? Here, I'm gonna fire.
Sorry for chewing in you guys' ears.
No worries.
I think my wife missed a few coins. When
Silver
was
Addiction. I
talking
just
to
threw my email in there. Reach out to me. We'll have a time. We'll talk about chit chatting and I'll give you a kind of a location to kind of do some logo creation. Just Stack It shared this with me. I actually need to reach out to him again. And well, thanks for lurking, Anna. You want to come up and say hi, or you just want to hang back and watch? Because if you want to come up, you're more than welcome. But yeah, send me an email, and then I'll share some information with you on some basic ideas. Do you have any idea of what you'd like to do as far as the logo design? Do you have any kind of ideas? Do you want to do like silver and gold? Do you have like color channels or colors for your channel? Anything of that nature? Because I can help you brainstorm some stuff. Oh, and I'm so sorry. I didn't realize that you were sick.
Hope you get to feeling better.
Hopefully those Indian heads come and give you a boost of feeling better. Anna won a small package of Indian heads. There's probably 30 maybe or so Indian heads in there. Some of them are clean, so they're not in the greatest shape, but still they're Indian heads, and they were free.
Oh, I love Indian heads. I used to work retail, and what got me into coins and what eventually got me into silver was I'd pull Indian heads out of the drawer and put a penny back in to replace it. And those are just, I love the designs on those coins.
Yeah, so if I was to choose, I really like the Indian heads, but I am, hey, Copper Owl, I didn't see you come in. I'm sorry for missing you. How are you doing? I am doing good. Thanks for popping in and saying howdy.
Hello there, Copper Algoyans. Good to see you.
So right now we're down about 5 rolls. This was the very first coin I found today, and I ain't found nothing since.
Hey guys, let me interject right here real quick. I'm getting a phone call. Appreciate you inviting me up for a few minutes, Frostbite. Y'all have a good day, okay?
Yeah, no worries. Take care of yourself. Thanks for coming in.
Bye-bye.
Take care.
It's one of the hard things about doing this on your phone.
For sure. Do you do graphic design yourself?
I am a jack of all trades and master of only a couple. But what I enjoy doing, finally I found one. It's in terrible shape, but it goes in my book. I'm a process person. So I like looking at what do you like? What do you do? How are you doing it? What are the things you enjoy? And then taking that information and coming up with a strategy for people to be able to say, this might be something that's cool.
Okay.
Because of that, I've had to kind of learn how to do some off-the-cuff design work using just basic tools that most people would have. And so with some of the tools like Just Stack It. Hey, Just Stack It, are you still in? I think he's still in. He said he was doing some other stuff, but he was going to be in. Showed me a really cool site. It's not quite set very well. I was hoping that was going to be the detached buffalo leg, but not quite. But has shown me some items where you can do graphic interface, like graphic design, based off of like AI programming.
Okay, cool.
And it's really cool. And so if you have a good idea of what you're looking for. So I knew I wanted kind of an icy creature where I had some. Oh, my camera lost its connection. There you go. Oh no, that's not right. I got two of the same screen. There we go.
I get where you're coming from, though. That's cool.
Yeah. So
I do a little bit of design stuff, but not too much anymore. I'm more in doing my photography than anything now.
see, I'm a photography fiend too. I really, really enjoy photography. What's your medium? What do you like doing?
I like doing landscape photography. You'll see in the beginning of a lot of my videos that I do, I put sunset photography in or fields, stuff like that. I do family photography, but it's so stressful. It is.
Yeah,
Everybody
I
blinks and
fully
stuff,
understand.
and you got to get the lighting just right. So I try to only do it outside where the natural lighting is. So I've done that, and I've helped people with their campaign photography. For their people who run in my town for mayor and stuff like that. So I help them that way.
That's cool.
But it's been really quiet since the beer virus. So,
Yeah, I got you.
but eventually it'll come back, I hope. And then I can integrate it with the store I want to open up. I want to open up my card shop again, sports cards and collectible store.
Well, that's cool.
I used to have one back in the 90s. From 1990 to 97, I ran a store, and I have all the product down here in my basement displayed like a little store. I do appointments only, but I want to get a brick and mortar going again. I've been wanting to do it since 2016. Eventually, we'll get to do that. It's all about location.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I like doing a lot of photography stuff. I was trying to pull up some of my stuff. Unfortunately, I'm having an issue.
Yeah, if you ever want to see some of mine, you can go to my channel and search it up. It's all over the place. I've done barn photography. I like doing old barns.
Yeah, so I've got, let's see. Trying to find. For some reason, it's not letting me show on screen. This is frustrating. There we go. So here's some of the stuff that I've done.
Oh, cool. That is awesome.
Yeah, I was really grateful that this crane stood still for so long. I enjoy doing lightning and chasing storms and stuff like that.
I've tried to get lightning shots, but I'm not very good at it. I did some storm chasing myself in the past, and it's just like, nope. Oh, that's cute. I like those. Those are nice, really nice.
So I enjoy it. Photography is one of my other things. The one that I had before was simply for enjoyment.
What kind of camera do you use?
I have a Nikon and I have a old Pentax, a really,
Okay.
really old manual Pentax that I still shoot slide film in.
Oh, cool. You can still get it developed, eh?
Yeah, so you can go to, there's a company called B&H. They're located out of New York. And you can still buy old slides. You can still buy old Kodachrome and things of that nature. So you can get all sorts of photography stuff. You can get all your development stuff. They still have a whole bunch of stuff. Of course, they have everything for the newer technologies as well. But
I have an old Minolta 35 millimeter, but I used Canon. I've got a couple of Canon digitals.
yeah, I've been a slave to Nikon since probably the 80s. Just because it was what was bought for me when I was younger.
Right.
And so I've had Ricoh's, Pentax. So I've had a lot of the old digital ones. I had an old Ricoh 220, which was the really large. It's the medium format style camera
Okay.
that Ansel Adams would use, medium to large format style, which was they're 2x2 negatives. So extremely large, bulky film, doing stuff where you're doing a countryside for, 30, 40-second exposures at really, really, really low light to get those tonal qualities and stuff like that. So, but I got away from it when I got, I quit everything when I had my kids because I wanted just to focus on being a father
Right.
and stuff like that. So I'm slowly getting back into the hobby
How
of
old-
everything.
How old are your kids now?
16, 18, and 25.
Oh, okay. Yeah, they're all growing up now.
Yep. So I don't have to sweat them anymore.
My youngest is turning 14. My daughter's turning 18 in February, and my other two boys are 25, going to be 25 and 22.
Yeah. You have 4 kids or 3 kids?
And I got 4, 3 boys and a girl.
Yeah, I got 2 boys and a girl, and I was like, nope, I'm done. I'm done. I love them though.
I guess so. It's a lot of work.
It is, but it's rewarding. I enjoy it. One of the best things that there is being a parent. Plus, you get to tell dad jokes. So
There we go. And act weird around their friends.
oh yeah, I've done that a few times.
I do that to my daughter all the time with her friends. She's like, "Dad, stop it."
For Halloween one year, I went to her school. She goes to a private school because she lives with her mother most of the time. And I have her every once in a while. But she was like, "Pick me up for Halloween. I want you to see my costume." And so I went and got a friend of mine's wig, and I dressed up in my hippie outfit, and I
Cool.
took a bunch of cookware, cooking utensils and stuff like that, and I threw it in a bag, and I went and picked her up from school. And one of her friends says, because I had pots and pans and everything in it, and they're like, "What in the heck are you?" And I was like, "Well, I'm a hippie, man." They're like, "You're so weird." It's like, "What's in the bag?" It's like, "Oh, it's my bag of pot, man." And I opened
There's a bunch of
I
pots.
pulled all these pots and pans. They're like, "You're retarded."
That's funny. Hey, Crafty Dragon. Hello.
Hey, Crafty Dragon. Thanks for popping in.
Well,
See-
I'm going to let you go. Thank you for having me at Frostbite. Appreciate
Yeah,
it.
no worries, Nick. Thanks for coming in.
And have a great day, everybody in the chat. I'm sure we'll see you around the internet. I'll be bouncing back. I have to do a couple things, and then I'm going to be back online saying hello to everybody.
Yeah, I'm going to be firing off here in about 10 minutes or so to go check out Silver Keys.
Silver Keys. I'm not sure if I'm subscribed to them. I'll have to
And
look up.
they're going to be doing a little auction. They'll be talking about stuff, and I want to talk to them about. They do a lot of pouring.
Okay.
Custom pouring and stuff, so they do all that. And so I have something I want to talk to them about. So I'm going to be popping over there, visiting and hanging out with them a little bit this morning.
Cool stuff.
So, all right, Nick. Well, I appreciate you coming in, and we will chat soon.
Yes, absolutely. Have a great
Thanks,
day.
brother.
Bye.
Peace.
Bye, everybody.
Perry, what's up, my brother from another mother? How you doing, man? Thanks for coming in. I appreciate you stepping in. This is another dude. If you haven't gone and checked out his stuff, go check out his custom cards. They are absolutely off the hook. So for those of you just popping in, thank you for coming by. All I'm doing is looking through these. I'm basically focusing on 3 areas. Focusing on the Monticello. Let's see if there's any duplication here in the cello and here in the sense. I'm looking to see if the FS is here for certain years, or to see if there's a net mark there. Looking at the E pluribus unum. Now, here's the one thing that you want to look for with nickels is on the E pluribus unum, you want to look for the B. You want to see if that center cuff, the connecting point there, is gone, and that looks more like a D. And that is it says E pluribus unum. A lot of people skip that. So if you, that's something that you want to look for, especially with the older coins. There's 2 years in particular that happen in, and I'll have to find out, but I don't have it off the top of my head. And I'm only going to be going through one more roll, and then, like I said, I'm going to be jumping over and supporting Silver Keys. So if you guys want to do that, that's fine. I don't know if any of you have been watching my shorts, but if not, I'll tell you guys a couple of stupid dad jokes while we sit here and wait. So for New Year's, my son and I were sitting and we were watching the New York Times. And Silver Addiction, yeah, I'd love for you to have you on. Yeah, we'll I'll coordinate a time with you. We'll figure out when we can do a live stream, and I'll have you on, and we can sit down and we can chit chat. But follow up with email, and let's see if we can get the creative juices flowing, and so we can do some design work and get you a logo and stuff set up. So I'll be looking for that. But anyway, so we're watching for the New Year's thing, and my son was like, "Man, I don't want to watch this." And I was like, "What? You don't want to watch the countdown?" He's like, "No, it's boring." And I said, "Is it rough for you to watch?" And he's like, "What do you mean? Is it rough for me to watch?" I said, "Does it remind you of what you've done all year?" And he kind of looked at me and was like, dropping the ball. Anyway. It's not as funny when you can't hear people laugh. Oh, and then if you guys haven't seen it, B flies into a sushi bar. You know how they greeted him? Wasabi. I love that joke. I tickle myself. It's so funny. I like stupid humor. I don't know about you guys, but there is nothing like being able to laugh. Yeah, I like the face palm. That works, but it's truly a dad joke. But a joke is a joke. It only becomes a dad joke when it becomes apparent. I'm going to start losing subscribers if I keep telling jokes. Oh. Well, I hope everyone is having a really good day. Again, nothing really of interest since I found the first one, which was the buffalo head, the Indian head nickel. Again, that was the first find out of the rolls that I found, and I haven't found anything since. But again, still pretty cool. It was fun to be able to find that. I am looking for 5 coins to fill my book. 97P, 203D, a 2005P Bison. Why did the turkey cross the road? Let's see. Why did the turkey cross the road? So let's see what turkey. So we've got the gobbler, we've got the giblets, we've got Thanksgiving, we have alcohol, we have what do we have? What do we have? I'm not sure, Perry. Why did the turkey cross the road? He's not a chicken. Silver addiction. My shorts, I shoot them with my phone. I shoot them with my phone. I have a iPhone. Oh man, I don't even remember. Is it 11 or 12? But what I do is I really focus on trying to get decent lighting. And then when I do my backdrops, I just look for high resolution photos, and then I put it as a green screen. Now on the thing, you can do an actual green screen or just have it generate it. And if you have really good solid lighting, where you have you don't have any like poor tonal qualities, so you don't look blue because of the lighting is too blue or things of that nature, then you should have a pretty good opportunity. So there's some doubling there in Monticello. So if you see inside the O here, you see that the L, you see it here at S. You can kind of see it on the serif of the T. The coin's in terrible shape, but there is some doubling on that one. This is a really some doubling on the front too. You can see how thick those lettering were. So this is another double die. Cool. Well, unfortunately, the coin isn't in better shape. It would have been nice if the coin had been in better shape. But yeah, I just use my phone. Now, if I'm doing, and you'll see this here shortly, I'm doing a video for the coin show. Ida has a call out. Oh, by the way, y'all, and I'm going to do this. Yeah, holler at me, and you have my email. Holler at me. We'll talk about that too. We can brainstorm some ideas. Ida has this thing where they're going to be giving away a bunch of silver, and you have to create a video. There's some requirements. So if you don't know who Ida is, let me see if I can let me pull this across. I will put her link in here. So here's Ida. Go check out her latest short from last night. And she talks about the coin show. There's a coin show that's going to be happening in the end of June, the beginning of July. It's going to be in Tulsa, Oklahoma. And if you create a video and you send her the information, then you're going to be entered for a drawing. They're going to be giving away, I think, if they can get to 200 videos where they can do the shout out videos, they're going to be giving away 40 ounces of silver. So 4 people will win a 10-ounce silver bar. So get over there and check that out. Go check out Ida's channel. If you're not already, go check out Mid America Coins, Mid America Coins. Um, I'll put that in my chat as well. Go check out Mike's channel. Mike is the one that's going to be hosting that. What did you say, Perry? I'm sending Ida a get well card for free if anyone knows where the weather. So you know what? I'm gonna have you do something. Anna, are you still on? So Perry, I don't know if you know, Anna's crazy. No, she says that, not me. I'm just agreeing with her. She's sick and under the weather. I have her information. Will you make one for her and I'll pay you for it? We could talk about it. You could send it out on Tuesday and then let me know and I'll pay you on Tuesday for it. And then I'll send you over her information and I'll have you send her a card. Yes and no. I'm not sure which one's which. Help me understand, please. Outstanding. Yeah. Mike is the one who's putting it on. Now, for those of you that don't know, Mid America Coins is the brother to Coin Crew. And so, really good family there. Mike is more bullion. Ah, dude, you're a stud. Thanks, Perry. Yeah, let me get you her information. I still need to pay you and have you do the one for my mom. But I'll get you that information here shortly. But that would be cool. So let me email you her information and I'll fire it over to you because she's been sick and under the weather, and so that would be really nice. I think she would very appreciate that. Cool. We only got about 15 more coins here. I haven't seen but two. I found one error coin and then the Indian head. Hopefully we can find one more. I did find one book fill. That was nice. One thing again, if you want to look at specific years, you want to look at 2011 is really good for the Monticello error. The 2021 has a Monticello error duplication as well. You'll see it in cents. Again, and this is what we're talking about. This is the community, right? This is what we want to look for. This is how we want to help people. So it's really important that we just don't run our mouths, that we stand behind what we say. And Perry's graciously offered to do that. So, I mean, huge kudos to Perry because I think that's the work that he does. Now, for those of you who haven't gone and looked at Perry's stuff, go check out Perry. Let me throw your Perry channel in here. There's Perry's channel. Go check out some of the stuff that he's done. If you haven't gone and looked at his stuff before, Perry does some amazing work. He is very, very talented, and this is something that he does as this is kind of his main point of employment. So if you guys are looking at having something done, please don't go to like Hallmark or something and get one from there. Please go check out his stuff and order something. So, okay, here's another one. You guys can see that one. So let's go over this one again. So here's another, I'm going to zoom in just a little bit and show you. Here's another good representation of a doubling. And you can see this very clearly in the Monticello. You can see this very clearly through here. So again, you see the doubling on cents. You can see the doubling in cents very clearly through here, especially on the end. You can see it here on the L and O, right? So you should probably be able to see on, see any of the windows. No, nothing here, just on the Monticello. Yeah, just on the Monticello and just on the Cent, so just right here in this area. So, but again, there's another one. And what year is this? Is this 2021? Yep, this is a 2020 Denver. Now, what I like about the Denver is, that is not, no, that is doubling on the date. Now, the doubling on this might be machine doubling. You can see how wide the 0 is. You can see how wide the 2 is. But I think that's machine doubling. I can't quite tell, but you can definitely see the doubling there. If I rotate the coin, you can still see it. You can still see the doubling there. So it's not light that's causing it. Yeah, the back isn't. So this is not machine doubling. This is very clear because you can only see it in a few of the items. They're in Monticello, they're in cents. So that isn't, but the other side, this is machine doubling. Yeah, so cool. So that's the fourth find out of these few rolls. Nothing really going on there. And guys, if you have, guys and gals, if you haven't already done so, please make sure to leave a comment in here. Let me know who's here. If I've missed you in chat, my apologies. I've been trying to keep up with the chat and pay attention. Please smash that like button for me. It really does help the channel out. But I'm going to be ending this here in just a couple of minutes. Actually, I'm probably over where I need to be, so we can get over to Silver Keys. So I'm going to be wrapping this up. I've only got 3 more coins left to look at, and I'll kind of be going over my findings real quick. I did find one bookend. Yeah, see, this is all machine doubling here. It's not actual doubling. There's no doubling in the coin. I did find one to fill my book, which is good. Didn't find really any coins. Let's see. Thanks, Silver Addiction. I appreciate you subbing to Terry's channel. All right, so what did I find? I found 2 really good older ones that had really good full steps. That is not, this is the last coin. This one, I've got to figure out what's going on with this. So I don't know if this is a strike through grease. So you see how that's there, and it's in various spots. So when you look at various areas like here, and here, and here, there, and here, you can see where there's this pattern. Now this isn't damage. This is movement in the metal. I'm assuming it's probably a strike through grease because you don't really have good solid clear lines. So it looks like that's probably what's going on. And then again, the front, you can see this there in front of the nose. You have that metal being pushed down there. as well as over here, all through that area. So you have a better strike. You can see where it kind of merged up here into here. You can see the metal kind of pushed through where it kind of filled in that Liberty section where it didn't give a clean cut line. That's where I think grease got stuck in. So it's not in great shape, but I did find this one, which was pretty cool. I found 3 double die reverses, all Denver, 2 from 2020 and 1 from 2021. I found the very first coin in the lot, which was the, let's change the, oops, wrong. That was the very first coin that I found in my search today. I was hoping that it would be a sign of better things to come. Unfortunately, it wasn't. But not bad shape. 1928 was the year. Come on, focus. So that was cool. It was cool to find that. And then I did find 2 items for my book fill. So I only need 3 more coins for my nickels, and then my nickel book's done. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up. Again, thank you all for stopping by and saying hi, for checking out the live stream. Again, for those, Annette and Silver Addiction, please go through, Silver Addiction, that's up to you. But if they're Denver Mint, the Denver Mint was the one that had, and again, I'll throw this back up here. The Denver Mint was the one that had a majority of these. And so I think it's better if I do it this way. You can see a little bit more clearly. You'll see clearly the doubling in cents and in Monticello, right? So you'll see that very clearly through here. And they're primarily on the Denver Mints. I've seen it on the Philly, but I think because of the improved quality in Denver, it's more important to find these on the Denver coins. So if the 2020s that you have are Denvers, I'm not going to tell you to open it, but they'd be really good. The other one is the 2011. I don't know that I would mess with them if they're being Phillies. If they were Denver, it'd be a different story, but being Phillies, that's your call. None of the coins that I found were doubling were Phillies. These ones were all Denver. So I'll leave that up to you whether or not you want to do it, but I do want you to get a hold of me so that we can work on that, the branding for you. I think that would be a lot of fun to kind of work with. Come up some ideas. Again, Nanette, if you want to do the same thing, let's find a stream between the 3 of us and do some brainstorming and see what we can come up with. So, all right, and I'm going to give a shout out real quick. Okay, Mike Panucci. Okay, if you guys don't know who Mike Panucci is, go find out who he is. Okay, he is doing a giveaway. Pull his name up real quick, and I'll throw the link in here. He is going to be doing. He's a comic book coin guy. Okay, there's his link. He's going to be doing a giveaway. Go check out his channel. If you're not already subbed, do it. And then go check out his stuff. He's going to be doing a giveaway for his, I can't remember if it was his 500th subscriber. And so he's got some really cool stuff that he's going to be giving away. He's got baseball cards. He's going to be giving away some comics. He's going to be giving away some coins. He's going to be giving away some silver. He's got some really cool stuff. So go back over there. Yep. February 24th. Go check that out. You have to comment on that video, right? And the video is the one where he's swimming and playing with the sharks. So go check that out. He just posted another one up there. The giveaway announcement has our comic book god, Stan Lee, on there. So you'll go check that out. Okay. Well, folks, I appreciate you. Thanks for coming in, stopping by. Annette, Thank you, Silver Addiction. Perry, as always, appreciate you coming up. Thanks for stopping in, saying hi. And to everybody who came up on the panel, just a huge thing. So take care of yourselves, be blessed, and I am out here.